Hello everyone, welcome to Alethra-zin RPG. In today's video, I will be creating a Druid character for the Swords and Wizardry role-playing game, and I will be using the technical wizardry of Roll20. As you can see before me, I have a Swords and Wizardry digital book. This is the third printing in which all female artists are featured, and it's really nice. And I also have before me, well, not really, but now, voila, the Swords and Wizardry, I believe second printing, but it's got the Earl Otis cover, and that is very nice as well. Okay, so, you could perhaps follow along with me, maybe not, I don't know, if you've got either of these books, but right now, let's see what I've got going on so far. I'm going to call her Maeve. As you can see, I already have a lovely picture chosen for her. Isn't she gorgeous? See? Okay. And I'm going to roll her basic stats. So, go to character sheet. There it is. And just look up here at the top. We got biographical and physical. And here is her race. It's going to be human. There we go. Human. Excellent. Age. I think, historically, I think that, I don't know if there's very much known about actual druids, but I heard somewhere that they start training young and it takes a long time. So, I'm going to put her, well, okay, she's going to be like 20. That's fine. I don't care. Female. Okay. Height. Let's make her 5 foot. And how about 5 foot 7 inches? Okay, that's good. And weight 145. Something like that. I'm no expert on these things. I have no idea. I really don't. Go over here to the right. Languages. We know she speaks Common. We know that already. So, that's a given, right? Class. Right under biographical and physical. Druid. Okay. Primary attributes. What are the primary attributes of a druid? Let's find out. Let's go to the Swords and Wizardry tomes or books. I'm going to go ahead and look in this one. So, I think it's page 13 or 14. I'm not sure. Somewhere around there. 13. Yes. There's a druid. Okay. Let's go to the corresponding page in this book. Shall we? I think it's 12. It is. Okay. I like that artwork. So, along the way, I may, stop to make a comment. I really like that a lot. There is a Swords and Wizardry coloring book, excuse me. And if you purchase it, that's one of the pieces you get to color. That one right there. So, let's go ahead and go back and look at this one just for a second for fun. Okay, so the primary attributes here are Wisdom and Charisma, both 13 plus, gets plus 5% experience bonus. Okay, so we know it's Wisdom and Charisma. So I'm going to put that in there right now. And I'm going to use the ampersand, I think that's how you say that. Correct me if I'm wrong. And Charisma. And I'm going to go ahead and put 13, and then I'm going to put plus. So, just a reminder, 13 plus gets plus 5% on all experience earned. Okay, alignment. Druid has to be neutral. Oops. There we go. I just learned to spell. That's funny. Okay. Let's see. Deity. Ooh, let's see. The first goddess that popped into my brain is Elona, or perhaps it is Elona, a Greyhawk deity. For those of you familiar with Greyhawk, I've got this. One of my favorite pictures, D&D pictures, is from a book called Greyhawk Adventures, and it's compatible with 1st and 2nd edition Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. There's a picture of the goddess Elona. She's relaxing, just kicking back. She's leaning up against a unicorn, watching a little a brownie, I think, juggle or something like that, and I love that. So I think it's Ehlonna, and there's another one called Epona or something like that, goddess of unicorns or horses or something like that, and I think that might be Forgotten Realms. I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. So, what is your favorite Dungeons and Dragons deity from any of the worlds? I don't really care. Just let me know in the comments. I would like to know. Talk about whatever you want. Just tell me stuff. It's cool. Anyway, so we've got class Druid, Wisdom and Charisma as primary attributes. 13 plus gets that 5%. Alignment neutral. Deity Elona. Her name is Maeve. Human, 20 years of age, female, 5'7", about 145 pounds, give or take a couple, and she knows the common language. Well, she also knows Druidic. I think that's a thing. I'm not sure. It is for me. I don't care. So she knows Druidic. She knows how to inscribe certain runes and symbols and signs and communicate with other druids in a way that other people do not understand. All right. So let's look at her attributes. Now, I want to point something out. This is kind of an old school Dungeons and Dragons thing as far as I understand. I started out playing Dungeons and Dragons in 1991, the first time I ever played, and I think the guy that was running it was using a combination of Advanced Dungeons and Dragons 1st and 2nd edition, because I do remember 1st and 2nd edition books being present. I thought they looked really cool, but the dice, that confused the hell out of me. Maybe one day, if I thought anyone wanted to hear about it, I would do a whole video on the little that I remember of my first Dungeons and Dragons game ever. But anyway, I'm sorry about the blabbering. And anyway, in old school D&D, you go down the line, as it were, or column, and let's go back where you got on your left attributes. Strength, Dex, Con, Intelligence, Wisdom, Charisma. You roll 3d6, add it up. What you get that's what you get, and you put it in the space. You fill it in, and after having done so, then you decide what the character's going to be. Well, I'm a little old-fashioned. I'm a little new-fashioned. I'm a little bit country and a little bit rock and roll. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll 4d6. Take out the lowest, and then put it wherever the hell I damn well please. And the world can kiss my ass. Okay, I'm sorry. But anyway, I'm going over here to the left. I'm going to make this a separate window so I can get it out of my face easy and get to the dice roller, or die roller, as it were, as it should be. Let's get this out of the way, too. That is Larry Elmore's art, and it kind of just looks awesome. So I'm going to roll... let's make sure this is set up correctly. I'm sorry for the... Okay, it is. Good. I want to make sure it automatically rolls the dice. My last video, I did not do that. I did not know to do that, and I just discovered it. And I had to kind of drag and drop, and it would kind of foul up on me. So anyway, I'm going to roll 4d6, and I'm going to take off the lowest, and I'm going to put it wherever I damn well please. You almost wonder, like, what's the point of doing this at all, right? Like, why do this if you're going to put it where you want, and you're the dungeon master, you're making the character, and you're going to play it. I solo play, by the way. And I do it. I played 4 hours yesterday, 4 or 5 hours. It was the basic fantasy rules. But anyway, let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I got 12 from that. Where do I want it? Let's find out. 12. Now we know already that got to have that 13 plus, right? And that's, so I want her to have, she's not a wussy girl, she's not a silky girl, she's a woodsy woman. She's stronger than your average. So I'm going to give her 12 in strength. It says here that she has a negative modifier to hit. I know that's not the case. This is not working correctly, so I'm going to set that at 0. And I'm going to go back and roll again. Ready? Here we go. Roll. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I got 12 that time again. That's great. Let's see. Where do I want to put that? Let's go with intelligence. Oh no. There we go. Okay. And again. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. I'm going to put that in dexterity. Now, we're at wisdom and charisma. Has to be 13 plus. So, what was the point in all that? Like I said, I wanted to roll the dice. That's it. That's part of the fun of it. But I'm going to give her a wisdom of 14. And I'm going to go ahead and give her a charisma of 16. A diplomat, a natural-born leader. Yes, she knows things and such. Should probably listen to what she has to say. Okay, that's great. So, now I'm going to go back and take a look-see. We have hit dice. 1d6 per level, gains 1 hit point per level after 9th level. Now, what I like about these old school games, unlike a lot of the new Dungeons and Dragons games, is they don't let the hit points get too far away. I mean, it's not like too far away from, you know, I mean, where you have combat going on for 20 years, one combat. Anyway, 1d6, so I'm going to go ahead and roll it. Here we go. And 4. Alright. Now I was committed. I was going to keep that. Whatever I got, going to keep it. So, where is her... Okay. Her maximum is 4. Okay. Oh, and I didn't even do her con. I forgot to do her constitution. That might go up. So, someone, you were watching and you said, what the hell's wrong with you? What about constitution? So, here goes. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I got 12 again, okay. Alright. She has a 75% chance to be raised from the dead, but no hit point modification. So, now I'm just going to go back and I'm going to check and make sure that the rest of that is accurate. Okay, so here's the assassin. That's pretty cool. I like that art. Check out the assassin. Now, I like the art for the assassin in the 3rd printing way better than the 2nd. I'll just tell you that. That's real good. That's real good. That's real cool, too. Okay. So let me just go back to the very beginning here. Strength. It says roll 3d6 for your character's strength score and write it on... Yeah, right. I did 4d6. Okay. So, I'm trying to remember what she had. She had a 12, I think. So, At 12, she gets no modifiers. And let's see, open doors 1 to 2, plus 5 modifier on weight. Okay. Right there, it's already got it. So 12, and right here's doors. I highlighted it. I'm sorry, I can't speak. I highlighted it. Right there it is. And a roll of 1 or 2 on a d6, and she can, shove open a stuck door. So she doesn't get anything. And carry, there's plus 5 pounds. So, what that means is a light load is up to 75 pounds, where you can still move at your movement rate, which for a human, for example, is going to be 12. And so instead of 75, it's going to be 80, if I remember correctly. So we're going to go on, and let's go to dexterity. So what was her dexterity? Let's see. I think it was the same. Her dexterity is 11, so that's going to give her. That's going to have no effect on armor class, and missile weapon to hit, nothing. So it's just as it is. And moving on, we have intelligence, and her intelligence was 12. She gets spell level 5. That's for mages or wizards. And she gets 3 additional languages. So I'm going to say I love the idea of her being to speak like in the Fey tongue, fairy language, or what have you, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in. I'm just going to say Fey. Or how about this? Sidhee, which is pronounced she. Right? So that refers to fairy folk and such. So I'm going to go back, and I'm going to her next attribute. We've covered intelligence and dexterity, wisdom. Now there's something important here that I'm missing. Your referee might choose not to grant bonus spell. Let's see, any character with a wisdom score of 13 or higher receives 5% bonus to all experience point awards. Clerics with high wisdom receive both this bonus and any bonus for wisdom as their prime attribute. Now, Druid is in the same sort of classification, I think, in this game as a cleric. This is a priestess of nature, a priestess of the earth. So she's going to get that bonus. So now she's going to be up to a 10% bonus on all experience earned. So that's awesome. Let's see. Constitution. And her constitution is 12. And 75%. I've already mentioned that. Charisma. Okay. This is important. Charisma is 16. And what that means is she gets a maximum number of special hirelings, 6. Now, a special hireling, I believe, is like a character with a class. Say, she wants to hire a 3rd level wizard, for example, or something like that. Not like a standard 1st level warrior or something, what have you. But anyway, let's see. Going further, she gets an XP bonus, like I said, of plus 10%. So over to the right, bonus XP. Right here. There we go, 10%. Her saving throw, it lists as 15. So, I'm pretty sure that's correct already. Here are the, let's see, hit dice. Armor and shield permitted, leather armor, wooden shield. Now, I would allow, of course, a character to wear whatever the hell he or she wants, but certain penalties would apply for like, say, a druid would not be able to cast spells at all. A wizard would have, like, say, if it were, say, chainmail, a 75 to 80% chance, maybe a 60% chance at the lowest of having his or her spells fizzle out, or he or she would be able to cast the spells, but there would be some sort of, like a mishap table or something like that. You roll on it and suddenly their skin turns purple and they go blind for 6 months or some shit. I don't know. So weapons permitted: dagger, sickle-shaped sword, treat as short sword, spear, sling, oil. Race: humans. Only humans may be a druid. Very restrictive, these old school games. So she needs a sprig of mistletoe for a spell component or holy symbol. Let's see, alignment. Druid hierarchy. Let's not worry about that now. Okay. Saving throw, 15. It's already in the character sheet if anyone remembers. And number of spells by level, 1. So 1 first level spell per day is what she can cast. So I'm going to go ahead. Abilities and magic. Number of spells by level. I'm going to put a 1 right here, see? Or highlighted. Right there. Okay, what spells? Let's see. I'll get that in a minute. I'm going to write down the name of a spell right there. And that's going to be the spell she has memorized for now, for the day. Let's see. And as for, let's see, total wealth and gold pieces, I'm not going to worry about that. Okay, something else I want to point out. Now, with Swords and Wizardry, you have an option. You can use descending armor class, like the old school games, which this is an old school retro clone of 1974 original Dungeons and Dragons, from what I understand. But you can use the descending armor class, where the lower it gets is, the better. Or you can use ascending armor class, and the higher the better. I'm using ascending armor class. So, what it is, each character, when you use that in your game, ascending armor class, each character, according to class and level, gets a certain attack bonus, like in new Dungeons and Dragons, like 5th edition, for example, or 3rd edition, or what have you. Excuse me. I've already looked at the chart, and clerics, druids, and such do not get a bonus until 3rd level. So, it's just going to be a raw d20 roll, right? And but when she gets to be 3rd level, she'll get a +1 modifier. And I think that's pretty cool. And if you like that idea, Swords and Wizardry is awesome. And I would also recommend checking out the Basic Fantasy role-playing game by Chris Gonnerman. I think that's his name. It's awesome. It's cheap. You can get the main book for $5.50 on Amazon.com. I mean, I don't know what to say. Like, as far as value for price, I mean, I don't know if you can beat something like that. But, of course, 5th edition's great. I love 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons. You can just strip out some of the stuff. I don't like hit dice of healing or anything like that. So I refuse to use it. I'd rather die. I'd rather burn in the 9th level of hell or something like that. But anyway, let's go back to the book. The Sacred Tome. So I don't need to look at attack tables. I'm going to go back to the table of contents as fast as I can. I don't want to bore you people too much. You'll hunt me down like angry villagers with pitchforks and burn me at the stake. Okay, here we go. Multiclassing. Choose an alignment. Buy equipment. There we go. Equipment. I think leather armor gives a +2 modifier. So let's go there first. This is page 3, and I want to go to equipment, page 32. There we go. 32? That's 31. Oh yeah, that doesn't correspond. Let's not... Oh yeah, let's see. Crossbow, javelin. Where it is the universal, ubiquitous, overused... I don't see it. You know what I'm looking for, people. You know exactly what I'm looking for. sickle. She has to use a sickle to cut herbs and to fight with if necessary. Now, witchcraft, certain knives you use, you don't use it for any other purpose but to cut herbs. And you might, but anyway, this is a fantasy game. I'm going to give her leather armor. She gets a +2. It's 25 pounds, so we're not even. I think it's assumed in Swords and Wizardry. It's assumed that without your weapons and your armor, you're probably carrying around still 10 pounds, right? I would add that together. Excuse me. So +2 to armor class. I can't find her. She's hiding from me. Okay, here she is. We're going to use ascending armor class. Leather armor. No shield. And let's see what happens when we hit. There we go. There we go. Okay, so total armor class 12. Excellent. Excuse me. So down here it says movement. Now, if any of you are familiar with 3rd edition, 4th, and 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons, you know that 1 square equals 5 feet. In old school D&D, often it's 1 square equals 10 feet, and so she can move 4 squares, and that means 40 feet. So 40 feet in a combat round. 10 rounds equal 1 turn. 1 round equals 1 minute in Swords and Wizardry. So 10 minutes in a turn. Anyway, let's see, what else is there? We've got common. She knows Druidic, and she knows the language of the fairies. Okay. Her bonus to XP. Let's start her out. Let's see. And there's her hit dice. Or hit die, I'm sorry. It's going to be 1d6. I'm just going to go ahead and put it on there for fun. There we go. And let's give her 1 experience point. There we go. Excellent. That's a good start. Got to start somewhere, right? The journey of 1 billion miles starts with the first 20. Or some shit like that. So, she has to have 2,000, 2,000 experience points to get to the next level. So I'm going to record that in her character sheet. It gives her something to work for. So 2,000. There we go. 1 of 2,000 needed for the next level. Wow. Okay, there's something else to look at. Certain bonuses to saving throws. If I recall correctly in Swords and Wizardry, a human, in fact, does not get any bonuses. So, I'm just going to kind of browse just for a second and see if I see anything. It's got a lot of flavor text about the Druid hierarchy. I like it. If you look at, let's see. I don't know if, yeah, see you have this role in the hierarchy right here. You have no role, none, and then at 2nd level she becomes an initiate of the first mysteries. Oh my god, that sounds so good, doesn't it? Then 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, yeah, la, 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 la. Finally, when she hits 11th level, she's a druid. I thought she was a druid in the first place. What's going on? These damn people lied to me. I hope they... Okay. Anyway, so spellcasting. Druid casts spells from specific list with numbers and as per the Druid advancement table. Okay. Saving throw bonus. Druid gain... Okay, here we go. This is what I'm talking about. Saving throw bonus. Druids gain +2 bonus on saving throw rolls against fire. Okay, so I'm... Record that somewhere. Right here. There it is, 2, and bonus versus fire. Why is that? Why is that one would get a bonus versus fire? Oh well. Who am I to question these things? The wisdom of the ancients. That's what it is. The wisdom of the ancients. And I don't know Okay. So let's go back to the third printing. I just want to go through here as I scroll through to find. I don't want to go back to the table of contents. I just want to take an extra couple, like a minute. And I'm going to scroll through. That's what I was talking about, by the way. If you look to your right, up to 75 pounds, your base movement rating is 12. Your base movement rate. But anyway, this game's really cool. This is really, now I don't see. A lot of people talk about 5th edition, and they'll talk about all the different options, and oh god, it's so complicated, it's weighted. And I don't think so. I think 5th edition, in fact, is quite sleek, easy, and so forth and so on. You are the dungeon master or the dungeon mistress, as it were, and you can use whatever the hell you want or leave out whatever the hell you damn well please. Okay? So, and that's just the way it is. Here are the charts or tables for different saving throws. If you want to go more like, say, Advanced Dungeons and Dragons or the Beckme or Moldvay box sets or something like that, you have Death Rays and Poison Wands, Turn to Stone, Dragon's Breath spells, and Staves. Hopefully not a staph infection. Get it? Ha, that's funny. Okay, forward. Ooh, yeah. This is really good stuff. I just want to mention this. I ordered a print copy of the third printing of Swords and Wizardry from Amazon.com. Hardcover book, right? So a few days later, I get my book, and it's the second printing it's the Earl Otis, the other book that I've got up here that I've shown you, and it's a soft cover. I didn't want to mess with it. I wasn't going to send it back or anything, but I did want this one. I do love the other one too, so they both look great. It's a beautiful game. I love the presentation, and presentation, it means a lot. I love the old school art. Oh, look at that. Okay. I'm looking for spells. I'm just going to go like this right here. And those of you watching, check that out. Goblins. Those little goblin bastards. Anyway. You can just look at the pretty pictures like I do. I drool. I look at the pretty pictures. Sometimes the pretty pictures look at me and it makes me feel uncomfortable. Okay, almost. Okay. Druid spells. Detect magic, detect snares and pits, fairy fire. Locate. No, I'm going all the way up here to, let's see. Let me go backwards. I do not see my favorite. Oh no. That really hurts my soul. That hurts my soul. Okay, that's beside the point. Okay, fairy fire. I think that fairy fire is one where you outline an object, say if it's invisible and it begins to glow or something to the sight and you can tell where it is. Detect snares and pits. Detect magic. Locate animals. Predict weather. Purify water. Could be locate animals. That would be kind of cool. I'm gonna look the spell up. Bear with me, please. Let's see. Oh no! I passed it up by a week. Here we go. Locate animal, not animals. So range is 60 feet plus 10 feet per level. 70 feet. That's kind of a joke, right? I need to find a squirrel real quick. Oh, there's one. He's eating nuts. Okay, that's great. Let's go back. I'm a little disappointed in that. Just to be honest. Okay. There we go. Fairy Fire. Druid, first level. Spell illumines an object or creature with an eerie fey glow. The spell's target may be approximately as large as 10 square. Okay. I don't know. I was kind of hoping for the entanglement spell, the entangle spell. Oh well. What I'll do is I'll look at one of the other old school books that I have and just kind of use it anyway. So, there. Okay. Oh, I went too far. Almost. Let's just go with detect magic. Okay, detect magic. All right. There, okay. Weapons. I don't see anything for attacks. I'm going to... okay. Oh, here we go. Weapons. Duh. Gear and equipment over here to the left. Weapons. Alright. Let's go with... ooh. What was that again? Okay. Buy equipment. 29. Dagger, flail, axe. Okay, we have a two-handed staff, otherwise known as a quarterstaff. And every druid needs one of those because it's cool. I like it. I just don't care what anybody thinks about that. I like it. Quarterstaff. And her roll is simply a 1d20. So, no bonus, no penalty, nothing. And the damage, it says 1d6 plus 0. Incidentally, it's actually 1d6. Okay, great. Just like that. There we go. So, let me go over this real quick. I've got pretty much everything I need to play this character, to have fun, do whatever. I can go on Roll20 and just solo play and use some monster tokens and have good time. There we go. Well, if she's going adventuring, I may have to go down here to gear and equipment. You know, get like a bullseye lantern, some lamp oil, or maybe just torches. You know, all the good stuff. The 10-foot pole, grappling hook, 50-foot rope, all that stuff. And but anyway, pretty much there she is. So let's take another look at her. Pretty face. Oh, there she is. Maeve. Alright. So any of you that stuck with me this long and listened to me ramble on and run my idiot mouth, I appreciate it. If you like the video, please hit the like button. Please subscribe. I would like to do a lot more videos in the future, alternating between creating characters and actually perhaps solo play. And please leave comments. You know, whatever you want to, just whatever games you like. Let me know what's your favorite character, what have you, what your favorite character class, which is your favorite game system, and if you got any critiques, anything you want to tell me, say I don't like it, the video is too long, I don't like the way you speak, whatever, I don't care. Just let me know, and that might help me out, and I appreciate it. And I hope you have a good day wherever you are and whomever you may be. See ya.